Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Ya Rabbi lakal hamdu kama yanbaghi li jalali wajhika wa azimi sultanik. Alhamdulillah. Allahumma rabbana lakal hamdu bima khalaqtana wa razaqtana wa hadaytana wa farajta anna. Allahumma lakal hamdu bil iman wa lakal hamdu bil Islam wa lakal hamdu bil Quran. Amma ba'd, fa'a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi zidna ilma. Allahumma faqqihna fid din. Allahumma hasibna hisaban yasira. Allahumma thabbitna indal mauti bila ilaha illallah. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammad. Allahumma ij'al amalana kullahu salihan waj'alhu liwajhika khalisan wa la taj'al li ahadin fihi shay'a. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. So inshallah, lesson number 5 we are going to start today, and we are going to have a very interesting topic, which is Idafa fragment, Murakkabe Idafi. So we are going to start with our grammar part, and then inshallah we're gonna go to our lesson in Madina book. So just for a quick review, so we learned that how many different kinds of words in Arabic?
3.
What are they?
اسم فعل حرف.
اسم فعل and حرف.
Yeah, ismun, fe'lun, and
اسم
harfun.
فعل حرف.
Very good. And what is the definition of ism? Ismun, what is ismun?
Person, place, thing, idea, adjective, adverb, and more.
Perfect. Okay. And what is fail? Someone else can tell me. What is fail?
فعل is a complete sentence and has a time and the door of the action in it.
Okay. And how it is different than an ism?
And the ism is timeless and has no door in it.
Perfect. So it is timeless and it does not have any doer, but the fail has time in it and fail has a doer in it. Perfect. So this is how we can differentiate ism and a fail. Okay. Now what is harfun?
Harf is a word that doesn't make sense all by itself unless an ism or fi'l comes before it.
Perfect. And what is the example of harf in Arabic?
Fi, an, ala, hatta.
Ila. Very good.
Ila.
Mashallah. So how did you memorize the whole list, Sarish?
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah. So can you say the whole list?
Ba, ta, kaf, lam, waw, min, fi, an, ala, hatta.
Ila.
Ila. Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect. This is how it should be. Perfect. Okay. So now then we'll start talking about the 4 properties of an ism, right? So what are the 4 properties of an ism?
Status, number, gender, type.
Perfect. And now someone else need to tell me what is a status.
Can I say?
Yeah, go ahead.
Status shows us that ism plays what type of role in the sentence.
Yeah, so status tells us that what role an ism is playing in a sentence. Okay. Yeah, so what are different kinds of status?
Rafa, Nasab, and Jar. 3 types.
Okay, Very good. Can you explain all three?
Yeah, Rafa is the doer of the action, and
Mhm.
Nasab is the detail of the sentence, and Jar is the jar possession. Jar.
Exactly. Yeah, that is good
Yes.
enough. One is good enough because it's tricky to tell, but inshallah soon we would be able to see. There are not many reasons to for an ism to be a jar, only two reasons, and inshallah we will know them very soon. Okay, now you need to tell me, how does Rafa look like? How you are going to recognize Rafa?
Dhamma at
One
the end.
or
So it could be two
One
dhammas or it could be one dhamma.
One
And when I
dhamma.
say dhamma, what does that mean? Because some people don't understand dhamma.
sound ends with O and on.
Yeah, so we call in Urdu speaker call them pesh, right? So it could be two pesh or one pesh, or if you are okay with calling it dhamma, then two dhammas or one dhamma, that is basically the sign that this ism is playing a role of main subject or the doer of the action. Now, nasab, how we are going to recognize a nasab?
Or an.
Very
Fathatain
good.
or fatha.
Exactly. Okay. And how we are going to recognize a jar ism?
Kasra or kasratain.
Perfect. So two kasras or just one kasra, and that makes an ism jar. Okay, so mashallah, this is good. And then we talked about harfu jar, and Sari just repeated them, right? So did everyone memorize the harfu jar, the list of harfu jar here?
Yes.
Everyone,
inshallah.
all of them,
Yes.
all of you?
Inshallah.
Yes.
Oh,
Alhamdulillah.
okay. Alhamdulillah. So whatever we are learning, that should be on top of your head. This is how we are going to move on. If you are skipping anything, then the next concept is not going to make sense to you. So that's why it is very important that the whole week, subhanallah, we have just one class in a week, right? So you have lot of time in your hand to repeat them, revise all these concepts. So you just pro them, right? So like sometimes the classes are every day, then it is hard. But when you have just once a week, so it should not be a problem. And you guys should be able to revise them. Okay, now moving on. Okay, for harfu jar, last class we talked about it a lot, right? So let's a little review. So what's gonna happen? We are going to see a harfu jar, right? Like over here, fi is harfu jar. And after that, we are going to find an ism, which is always going to be jar in status. That's why we are calling this, what do we call this harf? Harf of
Refuger.
jar. And what is the
Jar.
next ism going to be called?
Jaru wa majroor.
Ism majroor. No, I'm just talking about this ism. So you're gonna say this
Ism
ism majroor. And then if I ask you, what is the status of this whole thing? Fil baiti.
Jar.
Jar
Jar
majroor.
Then you're
Majroor.
gonna
Jar
say
majroor.
this jar majroor fragment, murakkabe jari. Okay, so you
Yes.
need to listen to the answer question very and then you are going to answer it accordingly. So fee, if I just ask you what is the fee, you're gonna say this is
Harfu jar.
jar.
Harfu jar.
What is al baiti?
Ism
Ism
majroor.
Majroor. What is the whole thing called?
Jaru
Jar
wa
majroor fragment.
Jar majroor fragment. Okay, so
Fragment.
this is how it should be. Beautiful. Now, today we are going to talk a very brand new subject, and that is Idafa fragment. So, last time we were talking about Jar Majroor fragment. Jar Majroor fragment, Harfu Jar, and Isam Majroor, together they are Jar Majroor, right? So, together they are a fragment. So, subhanallah, we learned one fragment already, and today we are going to learn another fragment. Okay, so this is our second fragment, and I'm gonna ask you next class that how many fragments we already have learned, and you would be able to recall these two fragments that we already learned. Okay, so this is our second fragment, and this fragment is we are going to call it Idafa fragment. How we call you are going to write it like that, Idafa fragment. This is how we are going to write in Arabic, and this is how we are going to write in English. So now Idafa fragment is basically going to show possession. Okay, someone, or I should say something belong to someone, or someone is owning something, right? So look at the example, and that fragment, this Idafa fragment, gonna happen between Ism and Ism. If I ask you about Jar Majroor fragment, what kind of fragment is that?
Harf of dar and ism.
इसमें मजबूर
Yeah, so it is harf plus
And
Ism fragment,
ism.
right? So we have harf, and because of this harf, our Ism is jar in status, right? So basically this is happening between harf and Ism. But this Idafa fragment gonna happen between Ism and Ism. Both are Ism.
Yes.
Okay. So
Yes.
let's see if I gave you two Ism over here in the slide. It says Baytun. Is Baytun an Ism?
Yes.
Yes.
How do we know this is an Ism?
Un
It
and
has ul.
Tanween at the
Exactly.
end.
Dammatun.
Yeah, so it has two dhammas. So that means this is an Ism. Is the word Allah an Ism?
yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Al is
So I have
Alif and
Ism.
lam.
Yes, exactly. And this is the name of Allah. Names are
Always
Proper.
Ism.
Proper.
names are proper and names are Ism, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So Baytun is one Ism, and then I have another Ism, which is the word Allahu, right? Now these are two Isms, and I want to connect them, and I want to say house of Allah. I want to say Baytun mean house, right? And
Yes.
the word Allah mean Allah. Now I want to say house of Allah, right? So I have the word Baytun, I have the word house, I have the word Allah, right? But I need to bring off in between. And in Arabic, there is no word for of. In Arabic, there is no word for this of. Do you guys remember I told you guys that there is no word for a and an, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
In Arabic? What do we do if we want to say ah?
Tanween. Tanween
Yeah.
on the Ism.
Exactly. If I want to say a book, right? So I'm gonna say kitabun, right? So there is no word for a, but this tanween gonna give it meaning, right? So I'm gonna
Yes.
say a book. The same over here, there is no word for off, right? And now I want to say off, right? What I need to do? I need to do some steps to get this off. What are these steps? The steps are that I need to make my first ism, which is going to be the thing that is going to be belong, like someone is belonging that thing, right? So the thing that is going to be in the possession of someone, right? That thing, that ism need to come first, right? And the possessor, the one who is owning that thing, that need to come after. Let's say I have the word Allahu first, and then I have Baytun, right? These are my two isms, right? And I want to say house of Allah, right? So what's gonna happen? I need to, because the Allah is the one who gonna own this house. I'm making possession, this house possess, like being possessed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the word Allah, I need to bring it after. Oops. The word Allah, I need to bring, I need to have Baytun first. Okay. So we need to remember that the one who is owning, that gonna come after. So Bayt and then Allah, right? Now I need to bring of in between. That's we are working on. So my first step would be that I need to make this ism light. I need to put this ism on diet. Okay, this is too much to digest for this ism. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do Baytu. I'm gonna drop one harika. Okay, so this is one step. What did I do?
Drop one haraka.
So I made that ism light. I dropped one harika. Okay, so my first ism, when I'm creating this idafa fragment, my first ism cannot be heavy, cannot take tanween. Okay, this is one thing. It cannot take tanween. So I have to drop the tanween, and I'm gonna put just one harka on it. So now this is my first step. And one more thing. This first ism cannot have al as well. So two things we need to remember. One is no al. No al. Secondly, no tanween. So these two things we need to remember. These are the rule for the first ism, which has a name, and inshallah I'm gonna, in next slide I'm gonna say it. Okay, so just understand what we are doing over here. So we need to make sure, if I want to create this idafa fragment, that my first ism should not have al and should not have tanween. That's it. These two things we need to take care. Does my baytun, this my bayt over here, does it has tanween?
No. No.
Does
No.
it has al?
No.
No. So I'm good. Okay, so my first ism now qualify to be part of idafa fragment. Now come to my second ism. I need to make some changes in second ism as well. And that is the only one thing you guys need to remember. What is that? That this is going to be having a kasra. So I cannot have u sound. Rather, I need to give it a kasra sound, jar sound. So that would be Baytullahi. Now when I say Baytullahi, now I have created idafa fragment, and the translation would be the house of Allah. Translation would be the house of Allah. Can someone repeat that process, what we do to make idafa fragment?
So I have a question, teacher. So always the harakat has to be down, not on the up, like Baitullah.
That is later. I'm gonna explain. So right now, whatever I'm asking, just answer this question, please.
Can I go?
Yeah.
So to make Idafa fragment, we need to have two ism. The first ism cannot have al or tanween. And the second one, the possession that's owning, that has to go after. And then second ism needs to go with with the
Jar.
Yeah, with the
Yeah.
That's
kasra.
it. So now the second ism can take tanween. Okay. For example, if I put some other ism, let's say Baitu Zaidin, right? Now I can say Zaidin over here. So that means the second ism can take tanween. And the second ism even can take al on it. Okay, so we need to remember this second ism have only one condition. And what is that condition? That it should be jar in status. That's all. Okay, but our first ism need to have two conditions: no al and no tanween.
Please repeat it. That's the second ism, about second ism.
The second ism, the only condition for second ism to be the part of this idafa fragment is that it is going to be jar in status. It need to take a kasra, and it could be even double kasra.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
so
Jazakallah.
there is no restriction for the second ism. Second ism need to be just jar in status, and that's all. It can take al, even it can take tanween.
Okay.
Okay, so there is not a problem for the second ism to have al or tanween. The only problem who has that they cannot take al or tanween, the first
ism.
First ism.
Okay, so now
Yes.
let's make a practice over here. If I say, now I'm giving you two isms. I have the word Rasulun and I have the word Allah. So we have two isms over here, right? And I want you to make Idafa fragment. So let me pick who can do it.
Rasulullah.
No one is talking. I said I'm gonna pick someone. So Muna,
Okay.
Yes.
Sister Muna,
Rasul.
yeah.
Yeah, Rasulullahi.
Very good. So what did we do? Can you just say the process?
Yes, the first ism we dropped the tanween, so we have dhamma, and the second ism we make it in jar status.
Jar status, right? So Rasulullah translation would be
The Prophet of Allah, the Prophet
Prophet of Allah. Very good, right? So this is how we are going to create a between. So the Rasul of Allah. Now I'm gonna ask okay, Sister Ifat.
Yes.
We have two isms over here, Kitabun and Hamidun.
Yeah.
And you need to create Idafa fragment.
Yeah, it's going to be Kitabu Hamidin.
Subhanallah, easy, right?
Yes.
Very easy, alhamdulillah. And you guys
Mashallah, mashallah, you're a very good teacher. We all learn what you are,
Mashallah,
we
yes.
all understand what you're
Yes.
teaching. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. And we are
Thank
lucky. And we are lucky that we got it.
Yes.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. So Kitabu Hamidin, book of Hamid. Right? So this is how. Okay, now alhamdulillah, it is clear. Now we are going to look at the label, how we are going to label it. Okay, so Idafa fragment, let's say I have word over here, we just created Rasulullah, right? Rasulullahi. Okay, now the very first ism, we are going to call it Mudaf.
Yeah.
Oh.
What is the name of it?
Mudaf.
Mudaf. And what is the condition for Mudaf? What does Mudaf says?
No al and no.
No,
It can never have, it can
tanween.
never have tanween or alif lam.
No al, no tanween. That's it. You need to just remember that. Okay. So Mudaf says, do not give me al ever. Do not give me tanween ever. That's it. Now, our second ism has a name and its name is Mudaf ilayhi. mudaf ilayhi. Right? So this is our mudaf ilayhi. And what does mudaf ilayhi says?
It's
Jar in
jar
status and
status.
no tanween.
Jar status.
Just make me jar.
Who said no jar or no tanween?
I
No,
said.
I said just make him jar.
No, someone is saying that no tanween. I said for our mudaf ilayhi, the only condition is that it need to be jar. It can take, it is happy to take al. It is happy to take tanween as well. Okay, so remember that. Only condition for our mudaf ilayhi is that he is happy when you are going to give it a jar. If you are not making it jar, then it is not going to be mudaf ilayhi. It's gonna be mad at you. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. So only condition for our mudaf ilayhi is that you need to give it a kasra. Okay? And these two isms are going to be always side by side. There is not going to be any long distance in between them. What did I just said?
There is no distance between them. They are side by side.
They are always going, because we will learn about some other fragment. There is a lot to learn, and we will see that some fragments, there can be a long distance in between them. But so far we have learned two fragments. What was the first one?
Jar majroor fragment.
Jar majroor.
And
Do
then
they,
idafa.
do they
No,
have any long distance in between?
No.
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 No. Okay. And now same idafa fragment, there is not going to be any long distance between mudaf and mudaf ilayhi. They are always going to be side by side. They are good friends. Okay. Jar
Okay.
majroor fragment, good friend. They cannot live together without each other. Same idafa fragment, they cannot live without each other. So they are always going to be found together. Okay.
Yes.
And now, since we are saying that our mudaf cannot take al. So how sad it is that now, can I not have my mudaf proper ever?
Yes.
Yes, Rasul
Right?
is proper, yeah.
No, Rasul itself is not proper.
Allah,
Because
will be proper.
The
one
Rasul
Rasul.
itself is not
No, no,
proper.
No,
Okay,
it is
now,
common,
no,
but
common. Rasul is common.
okay, look
common,
over
but
here. If I say Kitabu Zaidin, right?
Yeah.
So
yes.
I'm saying the translation is book
The book of
of,
Zaid.
or I can say the book
Hmm.
of Zaid.
Yeah.
Why I'm saying the book of Zaid?
Yes, this is what I am asking.
The book of Zaid,
Because the
right?
Zaid
It
which
does
is
not
That is
have.
proper.
Zaid is
Zaid is
proper,
proper.
that's why Kitab is
Yeah.
proper.
Okay, so now we need to remember that since our mudaf cannot have al, I cannot put al on it, right?
Yeah.
If I put al on it, then it is not idafa fragment, right? But sometimes we are referring to some our mudaf need to be proper, right?
Yeah.
So how this da is coming from? This da, basically, whenever we have our mudaf, since our mudaf cannot have al, it cannot be proper, it is always going to be common. So its type, we are going to look for mudaf ilayhi. What is the type of mudaf ilayhi? If our mudaf ilayhi is proper, then we're gonna consider our mudaf proper.
Good.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
is Zaidin proper?
Yes.
Zaidin
Yes.
is proper, right? So
Yes.
that's why I'm gonna say the book of Zaid. Now, this Zaid is making our mudaf proper. Okay, so we need to
Okay.
remember that.
Okay.
Problem solved?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's why sometimes you guys need to hold your questions because they are coming in your way, right? As we go, inshallah, you will get the answer of your question. So that's why sometimes I tell you guys that, okay, hold on, it's coming. So that's why do not be impatient because your question, inshallah, would be answered very soon. Okay, so make sense to everyone so far, whatever we learned?
Yes.
Alhamdulillah.
Apology, I'm a little bit behind with this common and proper. The last.
So that means you didn't catch up your previous lessons, did you?
No, to be honest, no. So I will revise
Yeah,
them.
so that's why, okay?
Okay.
I'm
Just-
telling you guys, if you miss one lesson and you're sitting here, you will be all confused. Okay? So that is really important that you catch up on previous lessons, you understood them well, and then you need to be here. Okay? If you miss even half of the lesson, you won't be able to get what we are talking about. Every word, every sentence is important in this case right now.
Yeah, that's very true.
Okay, the beginner level, everything is very important, and everything is well connected with each other. If you miss one thing, you won't be able to get the other thing.
Yes.
So that's why, please, 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 if you want to be here, you need to spare some time to revise everything. And even the people who are listening over here, you're not going to get 100% in one class. You need to go and revise it in your weekdays, right? Because these things comes to your head very easily, and now I'm explaining, and you will get everything 100%, but when you're going to do on your own, you will be lost. That happens because many student tells me that when you explain, everything makes sense, but when we are sitting by ourselves, we are lost. So this is the reason that we need to keep revising them. This is Quran. These are the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If we are just thinking that, okay, in 5-10 minutes, you would be able to grab the concept, this is not the case. It need your time. It need your dedication. It need your sweat. It need your passion. It need your love. It's not gonna come to you very easily. Subhanallah. Okay, so now important facts about Idafa fragment. So the Idafa fragment happen between two isms. They are always found side by side. You need to memorize this slide, okay? First ism will always be light, cannot have al on it, and it's called mudaf. Second ism always be jar in status, and it's called mudaf ilayhi. The type of mudaf will always be determined by its mudaf ilayhi. Just in 3 sentences, in 3 points, it's all about Idafa fragment. So let me see who is able to explain what did we learn. Let me pick. Sister Lubna, are you able to answer? Sister Lubna, Sister Nargis.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah, okay, go ahead, sister.
We have to make first ism light.
First of all, what we are doing, what kind of fragment we are making here?
Idafa fragment.
So the name is Idafa fragment.
Yeah, this is between two isms. And
so first ism What is the name of the first ism?
Is mudaf.
Very good. And what is the condition for mudaf? What does mudaf says?
It should be light.
And
on it,
No.
it's called,
No.
so if it's got tanween, we should make it light. All right. And
does it like al?
no.
Yeah. So no al.
No al, no tanween. Yeah.
Okay. So that is our mudaf. Now what about mudaf ilayhi? The second
So the
ism.
second ism, we have to make it jar in status, and it is called mudaf alayh, and it can take, and it can take al also.
It can take al, it can take tanween, but what should be the status of it?
I beg your pardon. The status is a jar.
Jar, always jar.
Always jar.
Always jar. That's it.
And they are always going to be found side by side.
Perfect. And how we are going to know that our mudaf is proper or common?
Because of harka?
No.
No.
How we are going to listen to the question? How we are going to see or know that my mudaf is proper? Can mudaf take al?
No.
No. The first one.
It is always going to be common, right? No,
common.
No, if the mudaf ilayh is proper, then mudaf is also proper.
Okay, who am I asking a question right now? I'm asking someone, right? So no one should be interrupting.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So Lubna. Yeah. So Lubna, type of mudaf, how we are going to see, because our mudaf is always going to be common, right? It cannot take al. So how we are going to figure it out that my mudaf is proper or common? We are going to look at the mudaf ilayhi.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. If my mudaf ilayhi is proper, then I'm gonna say, okay, my mudaf is proper as well.
Okay,
if
so we
my
have to
mudaf
look
ilayhi is
at mudaf
common,
ilayh.
Yeah. So we need to look at the mudaf ilayhi basically for the type of mudaf.
Okay, this part I missed.
Yeah. So now you understand?
Yes.
Alhamdulillah. Okay. So now moving on. Okay, that was one way to make to have idafa construction, and there are other ways as well. So basically this is all repeating, so you guys can go through it. There is we already discussed that. Okay, so now over here
there is a question from in my mind. If there is a word Rabbin Nas, is it they both are ism? Then what fragment will be?
You tell me.
Rabbin
Nasi.
Yeah.
Okay. So now this is Rab. This is light. Rab is light.
Yes.
It doesn't have al on it.
Yes.
Right.
This is the.
There is no tanween. It is not Rabbin. So that qualify for my mudaf.
Yes.
Right. So this is my mudaf. Now I need to look at the next ism before I jump to the conclusion and say, okay, this is my idafa fragment. I need to check the other ism. Other ism is, yes, it is jar in status, even though it has al, but that doesn't matter, right?
Yes.
It is jar, so this is my mudaf ilayhi.
Okay.
Right? So yes, it is idafa fragment. Now you are confused why it is Rabbi.
Because of al on mudaf ilayh.
No. Why it is taking kasra?
Yeah.
Maybe
that
before
is something
that
before it, okay?
Yeah.
Because my mudaf, I said mudaf need to be light. It could be light with dhamma, or it could be light with fatha, or even it could be light with kasra.
Okay. Now understand. Thank you.
Yeah.
Jazakallah. Yeah,
For
yeah.
example, we know that, okay, if last class we talk about fee, right? Now
Yes.
let's say there is fee over here, fee, and then I say baiti,
Yes.
right? Now
Yes.
after fee, we know that, okay, there is going to be a jar in status, the ism, right? Now this
Yes.
is light, this is not baitin, and then I have the word Allah over here, Allahi,
By taking in there.
right? So fi
Yes.
baitillahi. Now two fragments are going side by side over here,
Yes.
right? So first one is jar majroor, and then
Mhm.
this one is even though this is ism majroor, still it is light, it doesn't have al, so that means it is my mudaf, and then
Oh.
the next ism is mudaf ilayhi. So
Hmm.
subhanallah, in 3 words we have 2 fragments going on,
Yes. Yes. Okay.
right? And
Yes.
now the thing doesn't end over here. Now I'm gonna show you one more thing which is very interesting. Look over here. If I
Yes.
say put inna over here, what does inna do? Inna does the same thing like fi does. Fi make the ism jar. Now inna makes the ism
Nasab.
nasab. So now it would be inna, and then I can say baitallahi. Subhanallah.
Oh.
Right?
Okay.
So the inna is making this baita, but this baita is light. It doesn't have tanween. It doesn't have al. So this is my mudaf, and the next is ism is mudaf ilayhi.
Acha.
So now indeed the house of Allah. So basically what I'm trying to tell you that my mudaf can be any status. It could be rafa with one dhamma, it could be nasab with one fatha, or it could be jar in with one kasra. Subhanallah.
Okay.
See how
So that's-
interesting it is?
Yes. Yes. Understand.
Subhanallah.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, exactly. So this is where the fun gonna start, inshallah.
Okay. Okay.
Right? And you will see that in Quran Pak a lot.
Yes.
Okay, subhanallah. Okay, now moving on. So the first thing we learned that, okay, we are going to have Idafa fragment, and this Idafa fragment has of in between, right? So for we say Baytullahi mean the house of Allah. But there are some other words, basically we can say there are some other harf, and not harf, rather they are ism. All these words over here you see fauka. What is fauka mean? Anyone knows?
Yeah, above. Up.
Above. Something is above. And the opposite of fauka is tahta.
Below.
Tahta
Down.
means below. Then we have bada. What is bada mean?
After.
After. Then we have qabla.
Before.
Before. Then we have amama. What is amama?
In front of.
In front of. And this is not imam. This is amama. Okay. So amama, basically it is telling us the position. Where is something? So amama, and the opposite is khalfa.
Behind.
Behind. Then we have inda. Inda means something is with someone. So side by side, or beside, or with, right? And then we have kudama. Kudama is also like amama.
Right
In front.
In front of.
Then we have wara'a.
Behind.
Haula. Haula mean around.
Surrounding
Which is
the
with, right? So all these, they are asma, they are isms. And what do you think? What they are describing?
time. No, place.
Time and
Yeah.
place. Place and
Some
time.
of them,
Time and place. Yes,
exactly. Some of them are describing the time, like kabla, bada, right? So they are related to time, but some are telling us the position, right? Where is something? So basically they are asma. The plural of ism is asma, right? So they are asma, and they are giving us the sense of time and place. And there is a name for them in Arabic that is called zarf, right? And zarf, we are saying they are describing time and place. So if they are describing the time, we call them zama. Zama means zamana, if you guys remember. Zamana, right? Zamana, time, zaman. And then place is makan. So they are called zarf, makan, or zarf, zama, zaman. Now, when these asma come, they always need mudaf ilayhi after them. Meaning that they are going to have an ism after them, and this ism would be jar in status. For example, if I say qab lal mauti.
Yeah, you show
Right?
the time of the breath, yeah.
Qabla al mauti. Right? So they always going to be, so I'm here, how I'm gonna label, I'm gonna say qabla is my mudaf and al mauti is my mudaf ilayhi. Okay, so even though there is not word of in between,
Yes.
right? There is no the word of in between, but still they are called idafa fragment. Okay,
The time of death.
before the death. Qabla al-maut means before death. So we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He give us istiqama, or He let us say the kalima before the death, right? So
This is this qabl is zarf zaman.
Yeah, this is zarf zaman because it is referring to time. And that is going to be our mudaf, and al-mauti would be a mudaf ilayhi. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So now over here, there are same zaruf with meanings, right? So you, and then time, gonna call it zarf zama, and for maqam, we're gonna call, this is basically for place, we are calling them zarf maqam. Okay. Then we have another, you can say, group of mudaf. Now they do not even give us the sense of time and place, but still they come as a mudaf and they need mudaf ilayhi after them. For example, if I say ghayru mean other than, right? We see that in Quran Pak. Ghayr al-maghdub, right? So now this ghayru, even though it is not giving a sense of time and place, but still it is gonna play the role of mudaf, and we need mudaf ilayhi after it. So these are huruf, these are not huruf, I keep calling them huruf. These are asma, and we need to memorize this list. Okay?
Okay.
One way to create idafa fragment is that we are going to bring of in between by doing certain changes into ism asma, right? The second way is that we need to memorize this list, and after this list, these asma are always going to be our mudaf, and after them we need mudaf ilayhi, which is going to be jar in status. Then now we are coming to the third list, and there are only 4 of them mentioned over here: Gairu, Badu, Ayyu, and Kullu. So we say Kullu nafsin, right? What do we say?
Kullu
nafsin. Why this is nafsin? Why nafsin?
Because mudaf
Kullu, because kullu.
Yeah, because of kullu. So kullu is mudaf, right? And it is making nafsin mudaf ilayhi. Kullu nafsin zaikatul maut. So, but even though it is not giving us the meaning of or it is not giving us the meaning of time or place, right? But still it is going to play the role of mudaf. That's why we are calling them special mudaf. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so now moving on. Now our lesson come. I'm hoping that everyone is memorizing the vocabulary.
Yes, alhamdulillah.
Yes.
Okay, good, alhamdulillah. You guys are good. Okay, now lesson number 5. Let's see who can do this whole page. I need someone to say it and then you need to do the translation as well.
Safiya.
So, Safiya.
Saeed said, أكتاب محمد هذا يا ياسر? Is this book of Muhammad or Yasir? Yasir's, sorry.
So,
Yasir,
Akitabu Muhammadin Haza Ya Yasir. Okay, so Ya Yasirun mean O Yasir, right? So, O Yasir. So, basically, Saeed is talking. And what is Saeed saying? That is that a book of Muhammad? So, he is talking to Yasir. O Yasir, is that book of Muhammad? So, this is basically a question over here. Okay. So first we're gonna translate and then we are going to see what we have learned and what we can label. But I'm not gonna go too deeper in labeling because I think that is confusing you guys, right? So we're gonna just keep it simple, whatever we are learning. Like we'll learn Idafa fragment, so we are just going to figure it out. Where is our Idafa fragment in the sentence? Okay, let's go.
Yasir says, La هذا كتاب حامد. No, this is the book of Hamid.
Perfect. Yeah, continue. Finish the page.
Saeed says, أين كتاب محمد? Where is the book of Muhammad? Yasir says, هو تحت المكتب هناك. It is under the desk here. Saeed says, أين دفتر عمار? Where is the notebook of Ammar? Yasir says, هو على المكتب المدرسي. It is on the desk of the teacher. Saeed says, قلم من هذا يا علي? Whose pen is this, O Ali? Ali says, هذا قلم المدرسي. This is the pen of the teacher. Saeed says, أين حقيبة المدرس? Where is the bag of the teacher? Ali says, هي تحت المكتب. It is under the desk.
Perfect. Very good, mashallah. And I love your expression, the way you are reading with the expression. That perfect making sense. Subhanallah, beautiful. Okay, so now let me see. Alia, sister Alia, are you available?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So go ahead and let me know. In first sentence, Akitabu Muhammadin Haza Yasirun. So what do you notice over here?
So Kitabu is a light ism and it does not have al, it does not have tanween. So I can say this is mudaf. And I can say, but I have to check the next word with it. The next is a Muhammadin. So it jar status. So it can be mudaf ilayh. So this is mudaf. Kitabu is mudaf. Muhammadin is mudaf ilayh. And this is Idafa fragment.
Subhanallah, beautiful. MashaAllah, you guys are very genius, huh? Right away you pick everything. Now, can you tell me something about Haza? What do you know about Haza?
Haza is a pointer. It's telling you this. It's pointing to some book, the book of Muhammad. So it is pointing to it. So it is a pointer word.
And it is far or near?
Haza is near this.
Yeah, so this is Ismul Ishara lil Qareeb.
Lil Qareeb. Yeah.
Ismul Ishara lil Qareeb. Very good. And what else? Is it masculine, feminine? Can you tell me more about Haza?
Haza pointer words, Ismul Ishara refer to both masculine and feminine.
No, but this one is Haza. This is masculine. For feminine, we have another version, Hazihi.
Hazihi, okay, yes.
Yeah, so this is masculine.
Okay.
And can you tell me the 4 properties of it? So status, we don't know the status. Okay, so just leave the status. Now gender.
Gender masculine.
Type.
Type Haza this. So it's referring to a special book. So this it will be proper.
Haza, we need to remember about these pointers. They are always proper.
Okay.
Okay, so Haza gonna be always proper. And number.
Number 1.
Singular. Very good. Very good. MashaAllah. Beautifully done. Okay, now next one. Next line. You can do it.
Okay. So la, no, haza. Again, haza is the pointer word. Ismul Ishara lil Qareeb. And kitabu hamidin. So again, kitabu is light and no tanween, no al. And hamidin is in jar status. So we can say kitabu is a mudaf and hamidin is mudaf ilay.
Perfect. So
And
translation
this
is?
is Idafa fragment.
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
this is book of Hamid.
Perfect. Very beautifully done. May Allah bless you more in beneficial knowledge. Barakallahu fiki. Barakillah.
Ameen.
Okay, now next one. Asima. Sister Asima, are you available? Sister Atia?
Yes, teacher. Assalamu
Yeah.
alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa
Yes.
alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Yes. So now you can do the next one. Saeed is talking. Yes. Aina daftaru Ammarin.
Yeah. Aina daftaru Amarun. Imar, where is daftar?
Daftar means
notebook. Notebook.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where is the notebook? Yes.
So
Yasir,
what do we
huwa.
notice? No. What do we notice in that sentence?
Where is your notebook? That this mubtada habar.
Okay. What did we learn today?
Oh, muzaf le.
Yeah. So do you notice something here?
Daftar, Amar ka daftar. Yeah, yes, teacher. Daftaru Amarin. Yeah, this is muzaf alayhi.
You are not sure. You should be sure.
Yeah, actually, just for a few minutes I was out. So that was, this is, Daftaru Amarin.
So,
but here is not, yeah. This is muzaf alayhi.
Okay, give me
but
proof.
one thing, but one thing I am confused because this daftaru here is no al, no tanween, right? And but al amaru muzaf alayhi should have like al. So no problem.
I didn't say it should have. It can have.
It can have. Okay. So this is amarin. So there is like ra has kasra and it amar is proper, right? So it will make proper
It's
muzaf.
not exactly, yeah, but this is not the condition for mudaf ilayhi that it has to be proper. Okay, it can be common as well, right? Yeah. So daftaru is light, no al, right? So that makes it my mudaf.
Yeah.
And then I need to check the next ism. Next ism is jar in status. So that means it is perfectly for my mudaf ilayhi.
Yeah.
So this is my idafa fragment, and I'm gonna say the notebook of Ammar.
Okay. The notebook of Ammar.
It is a question. Aina daftaru Ammarin. So Aina basically, now I can say that this is the harf of questioning, the harf of asking question.
Questioning, yeah.
Okay, so harf of question, you can say.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, next line.
Yeah. Yasir huwa ala maktabil mudarrisi. Right?
Mudarrisi.
Yeah. And that is huwa ala maktabil mudarrisi. So maktabil mudarrisi muzaf alayhi. And ala maktabi, yeah, this is jari. Yeah, this is yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
So huwa
let's
isme
okay.
ishara. Yes, teacher.
You know how we need to go? We need to go in order.
Okay.
So
okay,
first
yeah.
we're gonna explain about huwa. What is huwa?
Huwa. Ism ashara.
No.
Muzakkir.
No. Huwa is a pronoun.
Yeah, pronoun. Yeah, sorry. It is, yes.
Okay, how many
Yes,
pronouns we learn?
We learn huwa, huma, hum, anta, antuma, antum, ana, nahnu.
Where does hiya go?
Oh,
you are female and you are
yeah,
forgetting
hiya.
yourself?
Yes. Sorry, it is just.
Okay,
Sorry.
now you need to sing these pronouns, the whole chart of pronoun.
Okay. Huwa.
Huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna. Huwa,
Okay.
huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna.
Hinna.
Then,
Okay.
anta, antuma, antum. Anti, antuma, antunna. Anti, antuma, antunna. Ana,
Yes.
nahnu.
Nahnu.
Ana,
Yes.
nahnu. So these
Nahnu.
are 14 pronouns.
Yeah. Yes, teacher. Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. So this huwa is pronoun,
Yeah.
but I need to know
Huwa.
more about this pronoun. What kind of pronoun it is?
This is muzakkir.
Very good.
Yeah. And this comes like just faala. So it is hidden in this faala, huwa. Right,
We are
teacher?
not talking about that. No.
Huwa.
So
Okay.
you need to just say, okay, this is pronoun,
Yeah.
right? And then
Yeah.
we are calling it is muzakkar. And
Yeah.
but are they
Male.
proper or common?
Proper.
They are always proper.
Proper. Yes.
Okay. And then if I ask you the number,
Number singular.
singular. So
Yes.
we need to know the all four properties of this huwa.
Yes. Okay. So masculine and singular.
And
Proper.
they are always rafa.
Rafa.
Then
Okay.
since we are talking about four properties, so status, number, gender, and type. So now
Okay.
what is the status of this huwa?
Huwa, this
All
this
these
will
pronoun, all these
four?
song that I have sung, right?
Okay.
All 14 pronouns, they are always rafa.
Rafa. Okay. But
Okay. So status,
okay.
number we said singular, gender
Yeah.
we said it is masculine,
Masculine
and type we
and
said it is always proper.
proper. Yes. Is it
So two things
huwa?
are already understood about these pronouns, that they are always rafa and they are always proper.
Okay.
Okay.
Teacher,
So
can I
we
ask
need
one?
everyone-
Can I ask one question because I didn't
Yeah.
understand? Because you said this is will be always rafa. Rafa
Yeah.
mean like with the dhamma.
Exactly.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
So it is not going to show us, right? We say huma.
Yeah.
I
Right?
want
It is
I
not
want to
going to
ask the
show
same.
us, but still we're gonna say that this is Rafa.
Okay.
So this is something special about these pronouns.
Mhm.
They are fixed, they are mabni, they are stubborn. They are not going to show us that their Rafa status is with U sound, their nasab status is with the A sound, and their jar status is with E sound. They are not going to show us like that.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's why their status is already determined, that this huwa and all these 14 pronouns that I have sang a song about, they are always Rafa and they are always proper.
Okay, okay.
We do not
Nice.
even think about them, about their status and about their type. It's already
Okay.
determined that they are always Rafa, they are always proper. Everyone is getting what I'm saying here.
Yes.
Yes, alhamdulillah.
We need
Yes.
to remember that. Okay, I'm gonna keep asking this question to you guys. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So this huwa, we are done with it. All
Yeah.
four properties we discussed. Now, next word is ala. What kind of
Ala.
word is ala?
Harf jar
Very good.
and
What is harf jar do?
yeah, it gives like the next word kasra. Ala maktabi.
It makes the right word to the right thing to say is that it make next ism.
Yeah.
Okay. Jar in status.
Yeah.
Say one more time.
It makes next word in jar status.
Next ism.
Next ism jar status.
Jar in status.
Yeah.
Jar.
Yeah.
Jar in status. Perfect.
Exactly.
Okay.
Jar,
So
exactly.
now we need to check what we are saying. Is that right? So now
Yeah.
let's see our makta B.
B. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So this is makta B. Why it is not makta bin? Because I told you guys that
yeah.
ism, the default state of an ism is that it should have tanween. It could be two dhammas, it could be two fathas, it could be two kasras. So if and the default state of an ism should be that it has dhammas, but sometimes it's gonna take fatha, sometimes it's gonna take kasra, and there is going to be a reason for an ism to take two fatha and two kasras.
Right.
Right? And then
Yeah.
if some ism is not taking tanween, because this is the default state of an ism. If it
Yeah.
is not taking a tanween, then we need to worry about it. What's wrong with this ism? What role it is playing? Why is that so? Right? So now over here it is not maktabin. Now you tell me, why is that so?
Because we do light here because the madaf should be light.
Yeah, so
No.
we need
Yeah,
to
so
think
if
that okay, it might be
I like
playing the role of mudaf, right?
yes.
And to check
because
that, I need to check the other ism, next ism.
Yeah. Yeah.
And next ism is jar. So that is perfect match. Yes, it is making
Yeah.
my idafa fragment.
Maktabil madarisi.
Right?
Yeah.
So then maktabi is my mudaf and
And
al-darisi is my mudaf ilayhi.
dafalay. Yes.
Perfect. And how are we going to translate then?
Huwa ala maktabil madaris. The book is
So
on the
huwa is referring to daftar over here.
yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
the notebook.
Yeah.
The
The note.
When I say it is.
Okay.
Okay. Huwa can be it is or he is.
Okay.
Both way we can translate.
Okay.
So it is ala on.
Yeah. It is on the
desk.
It is on the desk.
Of.
Uh,
Desk of, because you are saying idafa.
Yeah. Desk of teacher.
Yeah, desk of teacher.
Yeah, it is on the desk of teacher. Yes,
It
teacher.
is on the
Exactly.
desk of the teacher, and still we are missing one thing. We said Allah is harfu jar.
Yeah. Yeah, on the desk. At the desk.
So
At the desk.
No, it is on is fine.
On the desk. Okay, on the desk.
Okay, I'm saying, we are saying Allah is harfu jar. Where is my ism majroor then?
Harfi Allah.
Allah
On
is
the
harfu
desk.
jar. Where
Yeah,
is
on the desk.
Allah is harfu jar, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Where is its victim? Where is its ism that is going to make this? Allah is going to make it jar in status.
Maktabi.
Exactly. So we forgot to label it ism majroor.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So
yeah.
Allah is harfu jar, maktabi is ism majroor. Then maktabi is playing two roles.
Yeah.
It is being ism majroor and it is being mudaf at the same time.
Mudaf. Yes.
And then al-mudarris is mudaf ilayhi. Subhanallah, see, small sentence and so much going
So
on.
much going on. Yeah. Yes, teacher.
So this is how we are supposed to look each and every letter, each and every word.
Okay. Yes, teacher.
Okay, Subhanallah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Exactly.
so you want enough brain juice of you I have taken. Now I need to.
No, that's good. Yeah, mashallah, I learned so much. Yeah.
Alhamdulillah. Okay, now let's see who is interested to come here and let me have some brain juice from your mind.
Can I do that? Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Who is that?
Farzana.
Okay, Farzana, go ahead. So now next one.
Qalamu man haza ya aliyun. Whose pen is this? Qalamu is mudaf. Man is huruf jar. Haza is ismu
Man
ishar
is
al-qarib.
harufu jar. We don't have harufu
No,
jar.
sorry.
No.
No, man is no.
That
Man
is
is
okay, if it has kasra, then it is min and then it make it our harfu jar. But this is man. Man is something different, and I think we didn't learn about. No, we learn about that. Man haza.
Yeah.
Right. So we were talking on who is this man haza?
Who? It means who?
Yeah, it is asking a question.
Yeah. Who? Yeah.
But now
Haza.
something very interesting over here. Qalamu is light. It does not have un sound. It doesn't have al. Right. So it is perfect for my mudaf. But when I look at my mudaf ilayhi, it's not showing me that this is jar in status. And man is the word. Basically, this is also an ism, and the ism is not going to show us ever that if it is rafa in status or nasab in status or jar in status.
Yes.
It's gonna remain man and man in all three status, right? And if this is the case, then we're gonna just assume that man is jar in status over here.
Oh.
Okay.
Man haza is.
This is specialty with the man.
Yeah, this is something special with the man. Man is not going to show us. Same is like. Did we learn anything else that it is not going to show us?
Ma.
Yeah, ma is same, but I was thinking some. Okay. Yeah. So man is the one that is not going to show us. That's why you're gonna say kalamu man, whose pen is haza this. Whose pen is this? Ya Ali.
Ya Ali is
when we say whose pen.
Excuse me, teacher.
When we are saying whose pen, does it shows the possession still?
Yes.
Yeah, right? Whose?
WHOSE.
Yeah. No,
So, Aina is also a question. So it's the same as man.
Yeah, exactly.
Excuse me, teacher. So man, we will not say this is harf of question for man.
Yeah, this is harf of question over here, but it is playing the role of mudaf ilayhi as well.
The man is ism.
Yeah, this is an ism. So it is playing the role of mudaf ilayhi as well. One ism can play multiple roles. Okay.
Is this isme masul also? It could be isme masul also.
No, not over here. It is question.
Question. Okay.
So this is asking a question over here. Whose
What
pen
did
is this, Ya Ali?
what did you write? Whose pen?
Yeah, whose pen is this, Ya Ali?
Ustad, I have a question. Then if the man is mudaf ilay, hidden mudaf ilay, then Aliyon also is going to be a mudaf ilay, right?
Why Ya Ali is mudaf ilayhi? Why?
Nida.
How? Why? Give me a reason.
I thought Qalamu is mudaf, and then I didn't know about the man is going to be the jar is a hidden mudaf ilay. I thought the second ism is going to be Aliyon, and because
No, Idafa fragment cannot bear long distance. But did we learn about Idafa? They are always going to be side by side.
Oh, okay. Now I get it.
Yeah, so mudaf and mudaf ilayhi always gonna be side by side.
Oh, that's thank Jazakallah khair. I'm glad. Even I
And
made a mistake, now I learned from my mistake.
yeah,
Teacher,
and Ya Ali is not making sense that it could be our mudaf ilayhi or anything else.
Nida.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's Ali you, it's not Ali ye.
Okay, yeah.
So
So it is Rafa over there.
in this there is no mudaf or mudaf ilayh in this question.
What's the question? Sorry, I didn't get your question.
Yeah. So in this question there is no mudaf and mudaf ilayh.
In this kalamu man haza?
Yes.
What you are doing, sister, from that long?
No,
Kalam one is like mudaf.
yeah.
Yes, kalamu is my mudaf over here.
And
Man is mudaf
Okay.
ilayhi.
And man is mudaf ilayhi. Because we are saying whose pen is this? Ya Ali.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
Haza is ismul ishara lil kareeb. That's it.
Yeah.
Basically,
Yeah.
together Idafa fragment will be Mubtada here because the is coming after that.
We are not taking that route. Just I stop that because that was like very confusing for people. So I'm gonna stop. Yeah. No, but as an advanced student, yes, you can look at this way. Okay.
And the
Now,
second Haza Qalamul Mudarrisi, and this is the this is the pen of the teacher. Qalamu is mudaf, and al mudarrisi is mudaf ilay.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay. And for my advanced student, over here, Haza, we can say Mubtada, and Kalamu Mudarris is the Khabar.
Oh, okay.
Okay, next one. Okay, this is last one, and inshallah we need to end because it's how much time already in the class. We started 11:30, so 12:30. Yeah, so we need to finish it quick. Yeah, so go ahead. Who wanna do the next one?
Can I do it?
Who is that?
This is Kausar.
Yeah, okay, go ahead, Sister Kausar.
Okay. Saidun, Aina, Akhi, Haqibatul
Mudarrisi.
Where is
Hakiba mean backpack.
backpack? Okay. Where is backpack of the teacher? Aliyun here.
No, first we need to do that. Okay, do you?
Okay. Aina is where?
So this is when we say where. So this is basically asking a question.
Asking
right?
is a
So
question.
harf of
question.
Harf of question you can say. Okay.
Yeah.
Now.
Haqiqatu is mudaf ilay because it's light.
Mudaf ilayhi first?
Mudaf. I'm sorry. Mudaf. Haqiqatu is mudaf. Al mudaf ilay.
Mudaf ilayhi. And translation? Yeah. Backpack of the teacher. If I ask you, what is the type of this hakiba? What should be your answer?
Type is common.
Okay, how are you gonna determine the type of mudaf? Because mudaf is always going to be common. It cannot take al. So how we are going to figure it out? It's a type.
It's
We
like
need to look at the mudaf ilayhi. Does mudaf ilayhi has al?
Yes.
Yes.
Does our mudaf ilayhi has al here?
Yes.
So that means
proper.
that this is making
proper.
my mudaf proper.
It's making mudaf proper.
Okay, so always mudaf ilayhi, if it is proper, it is going to mudaf ilayhi proper. That's why you can say, where is the backpack of teacher?
Okay.
Okay, so this is how it is. Now next one.
Aliyun tahtal maktabi.
Here.
Here tahtal is
maktabi,
pronoun. Here is pronoun.
What kind of pronoun?
Feminine, singular.
Status?
Status.
Always rafa.
Always rafa.
And type?
Proper. Type is common.
Always proper. And I'm talking about these pronouns, huwa and hiya. Okay, these pronoun I'm talking about, that they are always going to be rafa, always going to be proper. So because why I'm saying that, because soon we are going to talk about other kind of pronoun which are not going to be rafa, which are not going to be proper, they are going to be but not rafa. So that's why we need to make sure that, okay, we are talking about this huwa here, and whatever 14 pronouns I was singing today, basically I'm talking about these ones, that they are always going to be rafa and they are always going to be proper. Okay, so if I ask you what is the type of this here, you're always gonna say this is proper, and the status is always rafa.
Okay. Tahta is zarf. Tahta is zarf. It's mudaf. Because it's light. Al maktabi is mudaf ilay. There's al, so tahta is proper.
How are we going to translate?
She.
It is
under.
It is talking about hakiba, right?
Yeah. It is
and
under.
hakiba has ta marbuta, right? So that's why hiya is being used over here.
Is under the desk.
So it is.
It is under the table.
Under the table. Under the desk.
Under the desk.
Okay. So this is under the desk. We can see this is basically the backpack over here. This is hakiba. Okay, making sense to everyone?
Yes.
So inshallah,
Yes.
we are going to continue next class with the same lesson. And what is going to be your homework? Your homework is homework number 1, which is you are going to create Idafa fragment and you are going to translate it. Okay, this is 1. And this one over here, inshallah, you guys can try. And then we are going to do them together as a class as well. But you guys need to try that one as well. And this is also a part of it. And then we have homework, which is basically oral homework, like memorize all these harfu jar list with their meaning, rules of making idafa fragment, and all the new and previous vocabulary. And I forgot to mention that we need to memorize all these pronoun as well. So basically, whatever you guys are supposed to memorize, it should be memorized because I can ask you next class. And even all these idafa, like zaruf and special mudaf, that should be also on top of your head. Okay. And do we have Sister Mumtaz here? Yes or no? Because Sister Mumtaz is, mashallah, she has a beautiful voice, and she, I think, sang the song about this zaruf.
Yes,
So I
sister,
don't know.
I did share it in the group.
In the group it is there, so you guys
Yeah.
can listen to it, and inshallah that would be fun memorizing this zaruf. Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Inshallah.
with that, inshallah, we can end our class. Barakallahu li wa lakum fil Quranil Hakim. Wa nafani wa iyyakum bi ayati wa dhikril hakim. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika wa nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta wa nastaghfiruka wa nastaghfiruka wa nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifuna wa salamun alal mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.